Friday Night Hoops takes us to Adelaide, where round 10 begins in the WNBL season as Geelong hit the road and hit the flight for the first time this season. They've got 2 wins in their back pocket, looking to make it a 3rd in a row as they check in thanks to Minor Hotels to take on Adelaide this evening, who are looking for a 3rd win of this season. Great to have you with us, Joel Peterson in commentary, flanked by Olympians this evening. 2-time Olympian Rachel Jarry, Paris Olympian as a coach of the Kangaroos women's team, Damon Lowry, and Laura Hodges, a 4-time Olympian, is courtside. Adelaide, Geelong, they met in round 2. It was Adelaide who, well, they led early and went down. Geelong had a hot shooting night, Rach, and they might be looking for revenge this evening, the Lightning.
Oh, absolutely. I called that game last time and Geelong absolutely shot the lights out, so I'd expect Adelaide to come in very locked in defensively, but I'm interested to see, you know, what tactics both coaches change, if any, from last time. Yeah,
there'll be a battle for both coaches. Of course, Chris Lucas knows this Adelaide team well, having coached in this part of the world for so many years. Let's get to Laura to start. She caught up with Sanaya Fagan from Adelaide a little while ago.
Well, Sanaya, a big game for you tonight against Mackenzie Holmes. How are you going to stop her?
I mean, I'm just going to play my game. I'm going to play my defense first and then go to offense from there.
And when you're on the court, the team's looking really good. You're offensively having that inside-outside game. Is that going to be another focus for you tonight?
Yes, ma'am. Focus on making my shots around the rim before I go to shooting outside.
And I hear your mum's in town. Is it always nice playing in front of your mum? And is she cooking you some home-cooked meals that's going to get you fired up for tonight?
Yes, it's always nice playing in front of her. And, of course, like, she cooks me home-cooked meals every day. So I've been loving it.
And they rebound the ball really well, especially offensively. Has that been a big focus in practice to stop them on the O-boards?
Honestly, just to box out for real. I mean, we know last game we gave up a lot of O-boards. So just to box out and continue to get the rebounds.
We'll keep up your good work and good luck tonight, Sanaya.
Thank you so much.
She's having a big impact tonight, Fagan Damon. She'll have her hands full tonight with Mackenzie Holmes.
She will too, because Mackenzie's a bucket, averaging 24 and 10. But Sanaya's got Mama in town. She's here probably for Thanksgiving celebrations. Hey, Sanaya, if Mama made some sweet potato pie, save me a piece.
Yeah, she'll have it on the flight over, I'm sure. No worries at all. Let's head inside the Geelong camp. Big news tonight for them. Shyla Hill is back. It's great to see her back. She caught up with Laura.
Well, Shyla, welcome back. It must have felt like the longest pre-season, but you must be excited today.
I'm so excited. It's been about 5.5 months since I've done my knee, so, you know, really looking forward to getting out there with the girls. I need to be patient with myself coming back. Obviously, it's been 5.5 months, so I'm not going to be the exact same as I was before, but just taking it week by week and growing as a player and getting better and helping my team each week.
And it's a big game today against Dallas, who has been playing so well, but all the point guards in this league are going really well. How do you think you can stop her?
Yeah, she's crafty. I think just picking a good gap, carrying a hand, staying down and sticking to scout is going to be key. But she's doing awesome, but it's going to be a team effort on her today.
And I spoke to Chris Lucas today. He is a huge fan of yours. You must be feeling confident knowing that your coach has got your back from the get-go.
Yeah, he's been awesome, especially as I've been coming back from injury. Like, it's tough coming back when they've already started the season, but he's been patient with me and knows it's going to take a bit of time till I'm playing my best basketball again. So he's been awesome. I can't say enough good things about him.
Well, good luck today. It's so good to have you back, and yeah, have a great game.
Thank you.
WNBL champion Rach. We haven't seen her since she injured herself playing NBL 1 in Bankstown, but she brings so much to the table, Charlotte.
Yeah, she really does, and she's so great at creating her own shot, which is going to be such a bonus for this Geelong team, and she's going to take a little bit of attention away from those other guards that are really going to benefit. But like she said, she's going to be patient with her return, and we'll just see her ease her way back into the season.
Can't wait to see her get going and really hit her straps in this WNBL26 campaign. Let's check in courtside the final member of our team. We welcome in 4-time Olympian South Australian basketball legend Laura Hodges. Hello, Laura. Great to be with you on a Friday night.
Hi, Joel. It's great to be back at the State Basketball Centre where the crowd's really starting to roll in. But we have a special guest courtside tonight, and that's head coach of the Opals, Sandy Brondello, and she's also been named as the Toronto Tempo new head coach for the WNBA. So I think we have a few nervous athletes wanting to impress, but it's going to be a great game at the State Basketball Centre.
It's going to be good fun throughout, Laura. Thank you. Both teams are ready to roll this evening. Shyla Hill coming off the bench for Geelong. And Adelaide looking for A little bit faster start. You see there Lily Ratuno and Dallas Lockridge. Lockridge has been in fantastic form to start this season. And Mackenzie Holmes and Sanaya Fagan, the two bigs in the middle. That is going to be quite the duel, Rach.
I cannot wait for that one. I just love watching my big girls play, so bring it on tonight, that's for sure.
Adelaide control the tip, 2-4 on the season. They've lost their last two. Their two wins, both coming here at home so far in this campaign as Talbot gets inside and can't finish. Geelong have won their past two. They're 3-4. They've only played the one road game, and Damon, it was in Bendigo. It hardly counts.
Nah.
The hour and a half drive through Bacchus Marsh to get there doesn't really specify as a road game as Shelley gets inside. Holmes pulls down the rebound, and that's going to be a watch. They're a good offensive rebounding team, Geelong, and Adelaide not a good rebounding team overall. Keeps the possession alive. Ratuno looking for a window. They'll get another look at it here, the Venom.
Cam Mitchell will already be annoyed, giving up a couple of offensive rebounds.
Shelley, free throw line jumper, got it to open the scoring. Jazz Shelley putting together a good season. You think more support at that point guard spot for Shyla Hill might be a good thing for her, averaging 13 a game, 4 assists. Second in the league for steals as well as Lockridge cruises inside, and she is playing with such confidence at the moment.
She really is. She's just been so sublime all season, so consistent, and she's just so great at getting inside that key.
Holmes with a nice find down low for Sharp, who banks that one home. Somewhat shaky start for these teams, and now they're up and running, of course. Taylor Brazel in that starting lineup again for Adelaide. Serena Sundell having been ruled out for the season, and that's more like it from Steph Talbot getting all the way in.
This is an aggressive Steph Talbot to start the game, which we love to see. I personally love to see it. Got 2 shots already, 2 good drives, running some good action for her early.
And I think Gemma Potter matched up on her is a really great matchup for Steph, just in terms of strength and size.
She's so crafty, Steph Talbot. And Jazz Shelley will step to the free throw line here for the first foul shots of the game, shooting at 75%, 5-5 last time out. Was Jazz Shelley? I was always going to miss that. I've been doing this long enough to know that I shouldn't do that, Damon.
Shush, yeah, man. Come on, Joe.
Second one will drop.
Jazz is playing some good all-around basketball. Like her last couple of games, she's in everything. Defensively, especially, as we see an early turnover.
And a turnover on the turnover. Fagan wanted them to push the pace. But he eventually does get up and running. Back cut from Talbot, and they swing it to Brazel, wide open for 3, a bit strong. They'll get another look though. Rabati with the offensive rebound for Adelaide. Toss it down low to Fagan, who faces up on Holmes and hits the midi.
All right.
She's never missing that one, is she, Damon?
Wow, the face-up game. Just catch it inside, pivot, and a J. We got 2 extremely skilled bigs out here.
Adelaide by 1 in the early going. Great to have you with us. Friday Night Hoops in the WNBL. Joel Peterson, Rachel Jarry, Damon Lowry, and Laura Hodges with you from the SA State Basketball Centre as Gemma Potter rattles in that 3 from the corner. Shooting at 27% on the season, 9th make 3 of the campaign for Potter, who has a bit of everything, and she's going to have to do plenty tonight. Matched up on Talbot as Lockridge steps back and fires from outside.
What a season young Dallas is having. We got to start talking breakout players of the year, JP, as Mackenzie Holmes does what she does best. And one to come, and Sanaya's got to be careful, Rach. Cannot afford to get in any kind of foul trouble. 2 aggressive scores. Same thing goes for Mackenzie Holmes.
Absolutely, and Fagan's only been averaging 26 minutes a game, so a lot of that is from foul trouble. And I think if Adelaide want to win games, they're going to need her on the court for 30+ every single game. So that's something to watch.
Foul shots no good to add the bonus for Holmes, who's leading the league in scoring this season, 24 a game. Such a terrific pickup for this Geelong team, coming off an abridged WNBA campaign with the Seattle Storm. Shelley pushes the pace. Sharp gets all the way in. Holmes rips down the rebound with some real force. 3 offensive boards in the early going for her. Sharp's no good from outside. Geelong by 1. 4 minutes played in this opening term. Round 10 getting underway in the WNBL. Some intriguing matchups to come across the course of this round as well. Jazz Fijo getting set to check in for the Lightning. Ratuno's been in great form and continues her nice work.
Has she ever? This is a great matchup, these two, Dallas and Lily. Lily just got the better of on that occasion. Foot speed, get on the rim, easy deuce.
2 promising guards, both of them just 21 years of age, as Steph Talbot does what Steph Talbot does.
And I would love to know, if Laura gets a chance to speak to Sandy, I would love to know how she could ever choose the point guard who's going to play for the Opals, because we are just absolutely blessed with point guards at the moment, and they're all in such amazing form.
Oh, Fagan with the volleyball spike. Going right up at the net. And thumping that one away from Ratuno.
We've seen a few blocks like that throughout the course of the season, Rach. People seeing courtside might have to start bringing some helmets.
Shelley, low numbers on the shot clock off the inbound. That is a Jazz Shelley move. The little off-balance runner going right works more often than not. It's an unconventional signature shot, but she makes it work. Talbot spinning inside, so good. Steph Talbot is up and running in this one with 6 points.
I am in the fan club of the aggressive Talbot. That's the club I'm in, JP.
The more shots for Steph, the better. Potter from outside, feet set, and it drops. High-flying, fast-scoring start in this one. 17-13. Remember when they met earlier in the season, it was Geelong 110-76. They could hardly miss. They made 17 threes on the evening. Great ball movement from the Lightning. Fagan gets a second look and is fouled. So they met in Geelong earlier in the season. As we get a look at the Amy replay shortly. Strawbridge comes into the game now for Adelaide. So round 2, Geelong shot 17 of 26 from outside. They were 19 of 28 from the free throw line. They had 27 assists on 41 field goals. They shot something like 65% overall. They just could not miss, especially in the second half of that game, Rach.
Oh, yeah. As we see one go down for Strawbridge there. But, yeah, they could not miss. They were heaving shots from half court that were getting swishes. So, you know, everything was going right for them in that game.
Here's some early Shyla Heel minutes. First game in this competition since she won a title with Townsville a couple of years ago, and she drops it off to Holmes for another 2 inside.
I feel like I've been watching Shyla Hill play almost her whole life. under 14 nationals. I was in Dandenong back then. Yo, Club Race. Saw Shyla coming through as a 12-year-old, 13 years old, and just
she was just a baby, yeah,
just a youngin'. How would she be feeling right now, Rach? First game back, a little bit of jitters. You know, it's been a few months, 5 or 6 months on the sideline.
I think a bit of nerves, but, you know, she's now, I mean, she's 24, but she's so experienced because of how long she's been around playing in the league. But she'll know that, you know, she can just focus on some little things to get herself back into it, and getting an early foul, that's not a big deal. It's nice just to get a little bit of contact in there and just feel like you're back in the game again.
That first bump of bodies, that first hard cut, it's all just getting that feel and that rhythm back. That's a beautiful find down low, and an easy 2 for Fagan.
Adelaide doing a good job setting those flex cuts on the baseline. Doing it for Steph Talbot as well as Sanaya Fagan. Geelong's going to have to really tidy up that defense on that aspect.
Holmes, Sharp, Clinch, Hoycard, Heel. out there for Geelong at the moment with Jazz Shelley, Lockridge, Talbot, Fijo, Fagan and Strawbridge. The 5 that Kieran Mitchell is running with. 3 minutes to play in this opening term. Geelong 19, Adelaide 18. Friday night hoops in the WNBL to begin round 10 as Heel heaves up one high off the glass. And what a way to make your return.
With the left even.
Welcome back, Shyla. It is so good to see shot creation like that as Fagan is left all alone from mid-range.
I think we already got the highlight of the week of the round. Good luck topping that one.
He'll try to force their way inside again on Lockridge. Off to a fast-scoring start in this one. Fagan playing some good defence. Strawbridge in transition, takes it strong to clinch Hoycard. Doesn't get the call. Geelong will come right back the other way. And there's some early jitters from Shyla Heel losing the handle there.
And like she said in the pregame, as we look at the Amy replay, here's a move that you don't teach kids how to do. Maybe we should start teaching it. Step through with the left hand, good touch, high off the glass, JP.
If you're going to teach it, what are you going to call it?
Well, at this stage, do we call it a Shyla? Is it too early? The one-legged shy?
I mean, I'm not coming up with a lot of options to help you, to be honest. Good luck replicating it. Unless you're in a game of horse, maybe. As Dallas Lockridge scoots inside, lays 2 home. Adelaide hit the front again. And back and forth, it's been played at a really fast pace. Both teams shooting it well from the field so far. 63% the Lightning, 64% for Geelong. Shelley works her way inside. Nice fake to get Fagan up in the air. Left it on the underside of the rim and got it back.
Travel.
And Holmes took a few extra steps.
You can sort of tell that both coaches are probably reasonably happy with what they're seeing at the moment. No one's called a timeout yet, which is usually a good sign. So the girls might be needing a little breath soon, but definitely some good up and down basketball.
Absolutely there is. Minute 20 to play. Adelaide by 1. Let's check in courtside with Laura.
Hi guys, I am loving this game. It is so up in the high tempo, but I consistently hear Chris Lucas saying more hand pressure, everyone. He is not happy with the defensive hand pressure, or he doesn't like the drives down the lane. So that's something that you'll see Geelong really pushing as the substitutions come in.
Thank you, Laura. Seems like any time as commentators we say we're really enjoying this game, the coaches are probably pulling their hair out going, we just want more defence. We just want more defence. Our referees tonight, Daniel Batty, Hugh Starkey and Bailey Dye. Daniel Batty presented with light membership before the start of this game. Long-time referee here in the WNBL. You can see him in front of the Adelaide bench at the moment. So congratulations to Daniel on that honour. As Fijo goes tumbling down inside, Gemma Potter gives her a hand up to her feet.
And Adelaide are really working hard at getting some backdoor cuts and different things, different looks, and they're not fighting the pressure by the Geelong Venom, which I like.
Of course, this WNBL season offering world-class athletes, fierce rivalries and truly epic basketball. All your news, info and tickets at WNBL.com.au or scan the QR code on screen. 100 minutes to go in this one. Adelaide by 1. Outside shot from Rabati won't fall. Fagan's been active on the glass. Adelaide being out-rebounded 12-4 in the early going. 6 offensive rebounds for Geelong. And Alyssa Brett, the South Australian, stepped on the sideline.
That's one that really drives the coaches nuts when you just lose track. Yeah, you just lose track of your surroundings a little bit. Alyssa Brett gets some first quarter action.
Adelaide product had 18 points when these two sides met late last season. As Lockridge again through some contact finishes and gives the Lightning a 3-point lead late in the term. Dallas Lockridge with 9 in the opening quarter to lead all scorers. Potter whips it, cross course, clinch Hoycard from outside.
We saw her doing that last game, Rach.
Yeah.
Cannot leave McKenzie open.
Tied at 24, now Fagan. She hits on the buzzer. Friday night fireworks. plenty. And Sanaya Fagan caps the opening quarter with a 3-ball, and that gives Adelaide that 3-point margin at quarter time.
That I never think about where you be my lover. 'Cause
Well, when Geelong and Adelaide met in round 2, it was the highest scoring game we've had so far this season, and we are off to a lightning start in Adelaide this evening. 27-24 at quarter time, the buzzer beater from Sanaya Fagan to hand Adelaide a 3-point lead. Joel Peterson alongside Rachel Jarry and Damon Lowry. Laura Hodges is courtside. This is a very, very fun start, Rach.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said before, we are very much enjoying this game. I'm sure both coaches probably spoke about defense in that quarter-time huddle, but yeah, just a great start from both teams. Hot start.
Lightning start, JP. I saw what you did there. Is Alex Sharp kisses one off the glass.
They are making shots from everywhere at the moment, 27 apiece. Let's hear what Kerry Mitchell had to say at quarter time. Laura, courtside.
Well, Karen was really happy with the ball movement on the offensive end. She really spoke about the defense, though. She doesn't want the Geelong guards to be able to turn the corner and get those downhill drives. So she spoke about the relationship with the bigs on the pick and roll, and then the guards being able to contain as well.
Thank you, Laura. Great to have South Australian basketball royalty courtside with us this evening. Clinch Hoycard from outside. Geelong are 5 of 6 from beyond the arc. Adelaide, a comparatively pedestrian 3 of 6. So still shooting at 50%. Both teams above 60% from the field. Foul down low. Basket's waved off.
Hard offensive on Shawnee. I don't know. What do you reckon, Rachel? Yeah, that's a post-up, isn't it?
That's what I think. I don't know. I mean, it was hard to see from here. But I would not like that call, I don't think, if I was on the court.
Only the second turnover so far for Adelaide, Rach. Yeah. They turned the ball over the most of the competition. Geelong are one of the most frugal teams in the competition in that part of the game. That's been a little bit of a win for them in the early going.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely a big change. So 5 turnovers so far for Geelong. So Adelaide will be super happy with that.
Fagan leads all scorers with 11.
Good pass.
Lynch Hoycard whips it to the corner. Shot won't fall for Potter. Fagan's out and running. Pass is a hit ahead, and it is right on the money.
Was it ever? Great job by Sanaya Fagan running the floor. Picture perfect centimeter perfect pass, JP.
Thank you, Dennis Cometti. Here's Alyssa Brett outside, and Ravati gets a hand in there to knock it away. And now Talbot, when she's not facilitating, she's doing the scoring. And Chris Lucas wants to talk it over with his team. Adelaide jump out of the blocks here in this second term and get back to that 3-point quarter-time lead. 8 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in this second term. So Chris Lucas wants to speak about things with his side, and the pace and the really frenetic nature, the way this game has been played continues. Doesn't look like it's going to slow down anytime soon.
No, I don't think so. And I think, you know, Adelaide will be happy with this while it's sort of working out this way. So I'd expect them to try and keep the pace up. I think Geelong will try and slow it down now, especially, you know, Adelaide's offense. But yeah, I think Adelaide just need to keep trying and try to run and get everyone involved.
Chris Lucas looks like he's hiding from someone there, just down behind the advertising hoardings as he speaks to his team. Just under 2 minutes played here in this second quarter. Adelaide 33, Geelong 30, of course. 2-4 on the season so far. The Adelaide Lightning. Geelong 3-4, but they've won their past 2. And they are in pretty good form and full of confidence as they head into this one. So Adelaide by 3. Let's take a look at the Amy replay. And what about this for a dime from Steph Talbot?
Steph Talbot just does a bit of everything. There's not a particular skill that she's not good at. Rebounding, passing, post-up defense, shooting the 3-ball. I mean, what a complete player she is. And that was just an on-the-money pass. I just like the way she's come out aggressive. And they play kind of a different style at the home, but I feel like this style can travel.
So 33-30, Adelaide up at the moment. Of course, Shyla Heal back out there tonight for this Geelong team for the first time all season. Holmes spins inside and scores through contact. With one to come for Mackenzie Holmes. That will please Chris Lucas after that quarter-time huddle. After the timeout, I should say, as she will get to the free throw line. Provides us with a good opportunity to hear what the Geelong coach had to say as we check in courtside with Laura.
Well, Chris Lucas will be very happy with that. In that timeout, he asked the question, why are we playing so quick? He wanted patience, he wanted an inside-outside game, and then that was the perfect offense to show that.
Indeed it was. Again, Holmes can't hit the free throw. I wonder whether we can tell Laura just to tap him on the shoulder and say,
we like it quick.
Can we reconsider the direction, Chris? Because the people are enjoying the pace and the scoring.
And right, that's Sanaya Fagan's second foul. The very thing we said can't afford to happen, and she was playing so well, too, with 13 points in that, up until that time. Now she's going to probably sit for 7 minutes.
Tafayono comes in.
And it really changes their dynamic when she goes onto the bench. So they've really got to try and stay strong here and not let Geelong get back in front.
Mitch Hoykard's got 6 for Geelong. Tuno from outside. Holmes wanted the call.
She got the call.
They got it.
Yeah.
Ella's like, you got to be kidding me. Ella's got to hold the fort now. Mackenzie looked like she could be getting into a bit of a mood.
Contact between the two. Holmes has got 6 in the early going with 4 rebounds. Shana Ravati's got 4 rebounds at the other end. Talbot's got 3 assists to go with their 8 points for Adelaide. But lead by 1, time winding down. Holmes fading away. Doesn't get the friendly roll. And Talbot wants to push the pace again, and Jazz Shelley was like a free safety coming up on that play. And just couldn't take it away for Geelong.
And Adelaide on the 3 team fouls with just under 7 minutes to go. They need some serious foul discipline.
First interstate road game of the season for the Venom. Done most of their work at home so far this year from their 7 contests. Lockridge is fouled inside. Putting together a magnificent campaign as We spoke about, and you mentioned that breakout player award. Of course, it looked like Abby Ellis might break out on her breakout right at the start of the season, and she's still putting together a really strong campaign. But you can imagine that Dallas Lockridge would have to be right in that conversation at the moment with the way she's playing. You give someone a praise, they toss it away. I'm 2 for 2 this evening, shooting perfectly. She's having a great year.
She could be a lock.
Like
She's
it.
cagey down here. Oh, she's cagey down here.
And she gets to her spot and just can't finish. But the footwork was there. The touch just wasn't.
Rach, what's your policy, Rach, on doubling the post when Dallas Lockridge misses a midi? Doubling the post when McKenzie gets it down in and put the ball on the floor a couple of times.
Yeah, I think so. When she's backing it down like that, she's only going to shoot it. So I'd be looking at getting someone to come across and get it out of her hands. She's the best scorer in the league at the moment.
Good defense from Tafayono. Talbot outrunning all the way inside. Fouled. Steph Talbot will head to the line.
And Chris Lucas won't be happy with that. Nobody stopped the ball. Steph just came right down Main Street. What's the main street in Adelaide?
King William Street.
King William Street. She came right down King William and got herself to the stripe.
So Steph Talbot will head to the line. MVP in this competition, 3-time Olympian. She's so good to watch with the way that she, as Damon said, right, she plays every facet of the game so well.
She does. She just like has such a big motor, and she just sort of motors through games, accumulating stats. And you know, she's so talented, but she just works so hard, and that's why she's been able to have such a great career for as long as she has.
Still only 31, so pretty good basketball ahead of Steph Talbot still. Just making plays at domestic and international level. Which Hoycard can't hit from outside. Lockridge and Heel battle for the rebound, and it's last touched by the Geelong hand. Tafayono, Lockridge, Talbot, Rabati and Brazel out there for Adelaide. As we're going to get a substitution just to change that Adelaide lineup. Shelley, Sharp, Clinch, Hoycard, Heel and Holmes. The 5 that Chris Lucas is going with. Fagan's up to 13 in the game. Steph Talbot, the other scorer, in double digits thus far. Lockridge continues to be aggressive, and Holmes with the takeaway. Has some numbers up ahead. Now has the size mismatch. Heel for 3. Got it.
You got to be kidding yourself. If you think you can just sag off Shiloh like that and she's not going to shoot an unbelievable percentage from downtown, even at 50%, JP, she's 50% of Shiloh's like 90% of normal people.
Well, you're just not sagging off someone with that last name. Just play the last name, Damon. Strawbridge from outside. That's no good. Holmes another rebound. 5 in the game for her. Spinning inside to her right hand. That's a magnificent finish. And the bonus opportunity to come.
And now Karen Mitchell got a decision to make. Left spin. Foul. That is Steph Talbot's second foul. What do you do now, Rach?
I think she'll trust Talbot. I don't think you can have both her and Fagan on the bench for the rest of this half. What do you reckon?
I like it. Say it again for the people in the back. They both can't be on the bench at the same time at any stage.
Oh, they're both on the court. That's great news.
They've got 23 points, the two of them. Geelong now out by 3. Together a nice little run after Chris Lucas called for time at 33-30. Scored 8 of the last 10 in the game.
Boy.
Nice back cut. The feed from Holmes was on point to Shelley. And now Karen Mitchell wants the opportunity to talk it over with her team. Having conceded 10 of the last 12 points in the game, it is Geelong who lead by 5, having trailed by 3 earlier in the term. 4:13 left in this second quarter. And the Venom lead by 5 on the road in Adelaide. Of course, Christmas is coming up. little present idea, you can check out the official WNBL merch range featuring hoodies, tees, track pants and shorts designed for true WNBL fans. Scan the QR code on screen or head to WNBL.com.au to shop the collection and rep the W. Exciting season that we're putting together, and why wouldn't you dive in and get the WNBL merchandise to show your pride and your passion this season. 40-35. Again, an opportunity for both coaches to talk it over, and it's been a good second term so far for the Geelong Venom, and a really even contribution of scorers, which would be pleasing for Chris Lucas, Rach.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes it so hard to guard when you do have that even spread of scorers, and I think that is something that Adelaide are still trying to work on. They've got their big three that are dominating the scoreboard for them, but they really need to find that extra one or two that can pop up for double figures each game, and I think Taylor Brazel is one of those, and I'd like to see her, you know, be able to get some more shots up, and she's shooting at a great clip from the three-point line.
43% on the season, shooting, attempting 5 threes a game. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I'll take coaching offers if anyone's got one.
Drawn up in the timeout by Coach Rachel Jarry. And Taylor Brazel duly obliges.
Keep your hands up.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Heel, baseline, rattles out. 2-point game. Fagan is on the run and coming downhill at a rate of knots. Fouled inside.
Yeah, once again, D-Trans, nobody's stopping the ball, and Sanaya is very skilled. Is that King William? What's another main street in Adelaide, JP?
Well, you could go Rundle Street, Rundle Mall. You could come barreling down Rundle Mall, past the Mall's balls in Rundle Street. 40-38. I feel like I'm not qualified to speak on local geography, but I know someone who is. Let's check in courtside. Not about local geography, but I'm keen to hear what Laura's got to say.
Well, that last time out with Karen Mitchell, it was just a settling timeout. She wanted the team to look after the ball, and that last play that they executed, she set that up and they did it beautifully. So Rach should be a great coach.
Agreed, Laura. Yep, she's got 3 people on the panel here who are ready to vouch for her, that's for sure. Rachel Jarry and Damon Lowry in commentary this evening. Great to have Laura Hodges courtside with us. 40 apiece, 3:17 to play here in this second term. It was 27-24 at quarter time, so the scoring has slowed down a little bit. Both of these teams doing it pretty well so far. As you mentioned, Rach, of those 40 points for Adelaide so far, 34 of them have been scored by Fagan, Talbot, Lockridge combined.
Yeah, and it puts, you know, a lot of pressure on those players, and they're all so talented that they can just about carry a team. But, you know, you get a good defensive team that comes in and shuts them down for 1 quarter or a few minutes here and there, and you just need someone else to be able to step up consistently to be able to keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Lockridge, Rabati, Fijo, Fagan, Strawbridge, the 5 for Adelaide at the moment. Sanaya Fagan just overcooks the pass. You ran into her at the airport. When was it? Last week, Damon?
Yeah, coming back from Adelaide. Saw the Lightning girls at the carousel waiting for their baggage. Thought I'd walk up and introduce myself. Had a nice little chat with Sanaya. She called me sir. Made me feel real old.
She throws out the ma'am out there in the pre-game interview as well, so just very polite is Sanaya Fagan. Not particularly polite there to the Geelong offense. She said, I will take that away. I will go back the other way. Left outside, Rabani banks it home. And now Adelaide are back in front, and we've got another timeout. Both coaches getting plenty of words in, and it's all smiles on the Adelaide bench because the bank is open on a Friday night in Adelaide for Shana Rabati. And she hands her team a 1-point lead again. The hits just keep rolling here in this game.
You got to take those ones, that's for sure. And, you know, hopefully that gets them going, those players that, you know, sort of need to lift, but I don't think they'll be relying on the bank threes, you know, to keep that scoreboard ticking over.
She was 2 of 15 from outside coming into the game, so I think at this stage she will take them however they come.
The lead's off now.
You can't be too picky when you're shooting the 2 for 15, but it's just a game of momentum runs. One team goes on a 6-8-0 run, another team comes right back. I think, Rach, too, both of their styles are somewhat similar in the fact they want to get it to stop, get out and run. They don't settle on for the three-point shots. They'll take them if they're there, but they're just happy to penetrate, kick, go inside to these 2 studs inside, Mackenzie Holmes and Sanaya Fagan.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it's working like it is tonight, it's pretty basketball to watch. You get that sort of flow of inside, outside, and that running game as well. So, yeah, it's been good from this view, that's for sure.
Hopefully both of these teams can keep it up. Start of round 10 in this WNBL, or round 6 in this WNBL season. I should say Southside and Sydney to come tomorrow, as well as Townsville and the University of Canberra Capitals. Bendigo Perth on Sunday, and then Adelaide are back at home for Townsville on a Tuesday. So a testing weekend for the Lightning at home. Mackenzie Holmes gets inside, puts Geelong up by 1. What did Chris Lucas have to say, Laura?
Well, in that timeout, as Steph Tauber makes the and 1, that's exactly what he was talking about in that timeout. Any of those flex actions or those backdoors, he wants people to be able to guard it appropriately. He doesn't want people to tag for too long, but that was just way too easy, and a great read from Steph Talbot.
She makes good reads more often than not. She's got 12 in the game. Fagan's got 15. Lockridge has got 9. Make it 13 for Steph Talbot. Highly efficient as well. Couple of rebounds, 3 assists. Fagan's got 15, 2 rebounds, 4 assists and 3 steals. Impacting the game in multiple ways, the pair of them. Holmes can't hit that. Brazel the rebound. Adelaide up by 2. Under 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Fagan chooses to distribute here. Lockridge left all alone in the corner. Fagan pulls it down and he's fouled by Brett.
She's so active on the glass on both ends. She don't just relax and think, okay, I didn't get the ball passed to me right then. I'll just watch a rebound go by. Mackenzie clinched Koikar, missed out on the box out. And Sanaya made her pay the price for it. Gets herself back to the stripe.
She's a strong body, but she really uses her feet to get around and not get in a fight in those rebounds. And that's why she's so active as well on defense with those steals. She's moving her feet, getting in front. Super impressive.
They have just about evened up that rebound count as well. It's now 16 Geelong, 14 Adelaide. It was a far greater gap than that earlier in the contest. Adelaide by a couple of points. Closing in.
Adelaide jumping up the defense a little bit of a 3-quarter court trap. First passes, I think they didn't go to man-to-man.
Brett on the way through. Talbot pulls down the rebounds. Brazel backing things down inside and hitting the turnaround. Nice touch from Taylor Brazel. Rachel Jarry just thinks, yeah, she definitely needed more shots. Brett now from outside. Can't hit back on home turf.
What do you reckon, Rach? There's 3 guards out there for Geelong. Not overly tall. Returno, Hill, and Brett. And somebody's got a guard. Like there's a mismatch outside of Dallas Lockridge's matchup. And some subs come in. But if you're Geelong right now, you got to really be able to help the guards out, because I think they might try to isolate them.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen those flex cuts and backdoors that Laura was talking about earlier that, you know, Geelong have been struggling with. So I'd like to see Adelaide keep going to that, keep trying to exploit those matchups.
And Rach, are we making an exception right now for Karen Mitchell because she subbed out Steph and Sanaya, but it's 51 seconds to go.
It's smart now, isn't it? Yeah, I think so.
Well, and Mackenzie Holmes has just picked up her 2nd foul on the other end, so she's come out of the game. So, might give us an insight into what Karen Mitchell's thinking. Been back and forth second term. Plenty of lead changes in this one. Geelong led it by 5. Adelaide have since scored 15 points to 4 to hold a 6-point advantage. 33 seconds remaining.
Foul discipline late to end the quarter. Had Shyla trapped in a tough spot. Dallas got her hands in too aggressive. Now Shyla gets herself to the strike.
And
Dallas
Lockridge comes out of the game.
Second foul.
It is all change for both of these two teams at the moment. Shyla Hill hits both at the line. 4-point ball game. Just over half a minute remaining in this first half. Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry, Rachel Jarry, Laura Hodges with you. Friday night WNBL action to kick off round 6. 8 on the shot clock now for the Lightning. What can they conjure here? Tofeono getting inside with a little bit of craft.
All because Shauna Rabati had Shyla Hill sealed. Bit of a shepherd.
Need to push the pace here, Geelong. Matuno gets it over half court. They'll heave something up. Brett to beat the buzzer, no good. And Adelaide with another 25 points in that second term. They turn a 5-point deficit midway through into a 6-point half-time lead, 52-46. And they are playing some pretty impressive basketball so far, the Lightning.
They really are. They're shooting at such a high percentage at the moment, 59% from the field and 63 from 2. So, you know, they've just got to keep that rolling into the second half, and Geelong have got to come out and lock in on defence. Indeed
they do. Steph Talbot's got 13 points in the ball game. She's with Laura.
Well, Steph, what a first half of basketball. Everyone's loving it in the commentary team. What do you think you've been doing well so far?
Yeah, I think
We'll get back to Laura and check in with Steph. We'll get Laura's thoughts on what Steph had to say as we come back from half-time. It is Adelaide 52, Geelong 46. 6-point lead to the Lightning. We'll break it all down on the other side of this.
This one is a fan favorite. This one we call Musical Balls, presented by Stillwell Ford. Now, do I have any Southern Tigers fans in the arena here today? I want you to make some noise. Southern Tigers fans? We got a couple. Okay. Eastern Mavericks? Eastern Mavericks? No, no. Everyone South Panthers? Anyone South Panthers? We're going to be running around the circle this way. Let's go! Alright. You clap your hands. We know how it works. When the music stops, they're going to grab a ball. So far. Oh. That was a practice round. We had 8 balls, 8 contestants. Put all the balls back, except for this one. All right, one less ball means someone's going out next round. DJ, so far.
Hi, I'm Maddie Freer.
Hi, I'm Geordie Freer.
Obviously super special being able to play in the same team as Mum, and obviously I'm wearing her number that she wore when she was in the team and won the back-to-back in the 1990s. We both grew up playing juniors in Adelaide and like supporting the Adelaide Lightning, and I guess being able to put on the uniform and represent the town you grew up in is, yeah, so special.
To be in a position to be a role model for younger girls is something that I didn't think I would ever do. So that's really special. And obviously being a part of this new era is really, really exciting.
Great stuff. The family connection with the Freers, of course, and the Adelaide Lightning runs strong, and the Lightning are doing it pretty well at the moment. They lead by 6 at halftime. Joel Peterson, Rachel Jarry, and Damon Lowry with you here at halftime. Here are the numbers. And both teams, as you said before the break, both teams are shooting it really well, but Adelaide have been particularly efficient.
Oh, absolutely, they have. That's because they're getting the right shots, and I've been really impressed with their ability to play that full half. It felt like the game was maybe going to get away from them at a point there, but they really came back and dominated the end of that quarter there.
They've limited the turnovers. They've evened up that rebounding battle, which was a bit of a factor early in the game. And that second quarter, I mean, both teams traded the lead, Damon, but it was good fun basketball.
Absolutely. This is an entertaining game of basketball. Game of runs. One team goes on a 6-8-0 run. The other team catches them. The style of play is going to be more mood swings like this in the game, more runs, as we see some of the highlights right here. And both teams are getting out in transition. Both teams are executing in the half court. It's going to be very entertaining second half.
And Steph Talbot came out aggressive. She's got 13 points in that first half. Mackenzie Holmes is just doing Mackenzie Holmes sort of things, 11 and 5. And Sanaya Fagan with 16 points was really one of the things that started the fight for them, was able to get out, push the ball in transition and create opportunities off that.
Yeah, she's just so talented across, every sort of facet of the game. And we heard that her mum's in town at the moment, so I think Adelaide are going to have to find a way to keep mum here for the rest of the season with the way she's playing tonight. So definitely that home cooking's helped, but she's been great.
Fascinating matchup between these two, our Blackmores player profile, Dallas Lockridge, Jazz Shelley. So both with 9 points, and both are really that sort of head of the snake, so to speak, for their particular teams, Damon.
Yeah, I saw you again. Yeah, different kind of guards for both teams. Dallas Lockridge is more aggressive to score. Jazz will score when the opportunity presents itself, but Jazz is also a creator as well, and she's crafty around the basket. So good guard play all across the board.
And both playing with plenty of confidence, which is great to see. We spoke about Sanaya Fagan, who's got 16 in that first half, and she's been absolutely everywhere for the Adelaide Lightning, and doing it in a variety of ways and providing plenty of ability to score the basketball. And Steph Talbot has been scoring, facilitating, and started in a really aggressive mindset.
Yeah, she did, and we love to see that from Steph. I think, everyone's sort of been calling for that, and she just, as I said before, she accumulates sort of stats all over the floor, but when she's aggressive to the basket, it's such a bonus for her team. She's so hard to guard in that position.
So here's Sanaya Fagan's shot chart, thanks to the good people at Ford. 6 of 9, and a lot of green around the rim, which would please her, I'd say, Damon.
Absolutely. I mean, like we said earlier, she can score from everywhere on the floor. She can face up and put the ball on the floor and score on you. Back to the basket, she can score mid-range, rebound, coast to coast. I said it before, I'll say it again. I see no flaws in her offensive package.
Yeah, she's a lot to like. Speaking of, someone who doesn't have a lot of flaws on the offensive end either is Mackenzie Holmes, who again just continues to deliver. She's the leading scorer in the league so far this season. The footwork, the finishing touch, Damon, it's all been on display.
So, KG, the big girls, Rachel's over here with a big smile on her face. What do you reckon, Rach? These girls are showing what they can do.
I love that. People say that post play's dead. It is not. Look at these girls go. They are absolutely dominating at both ends of the floor against each other, and it's great to see.
We haven't seen some of the guards try and post other guards up as well, so it's contagious at the moment. But again, I mean, they're pretty extraordinary numbers what she's doing so far this season.
It really is, and again, she's so efficient as well from the field, and she could almost be shooting double what she is in terms of attempts. So I'd like to, sometimes see her even be more aggressive than she is, but it is so impressive for her first time in the league.
Any offense featuring Mackenzie Holmes is generally a pretty good one, the way that she is playing at the moment. Of course, this is the first of a really busy round of games here in round 6 here at the WNBL, and we're being treated on a Friday night in Adelaide. It is the Lightning who lead by 6, fast-paced, good fun, second half still to come.
and I love it. Want some more, I'm up in my zone, I'm touching the sky, feeling the flow, and I love it. And I love it.
Everybody know about it. Everybody hard on it. Climbing up the whole mountain. Anything you want.
Everybody say what?
You could be the whole villain. Build like a bee villain.
It is a great game of WNBL hoops on a Friday night in Adelaide. The Lightning lead by 6 and the Stars are out on this Friday night as well in the city of Churches. Let's get down to Laura Hodges, who's with the Aussie Opals coach, Sandy Brondello.
Well, Sandy, you've just arrived into Australia, probably a little bit jet lagged, but what are you looking forward to being here and going around to the WNBL games?
Well, you know, I've been watching games online, of course, but just to be live and watch the games up close, I mean, what a game this is. I mean, high-scoring game, so I'm sure the fans are loving it. Let's see how the second half goes.
And Rachel Jarry is in the commentating team, and she wants to know all the point guards that are going around. How are you going to select all these point guards?
Yeah, I mean, every team is always hard to select. I think the talent level just keeps getting better and better. But yeah, no, a few years ago we didn't really have too many point guards, and now we have an abundance. And you know, that's what we want. We want to have a competitive squad that pushes each other, so we can keep getting better. And you know, we'll always take the best team we think that can get us on the dais.
And I love what you're doing with the Opals history and legacy. I'm Opal number 82, you're Opal number 58. What does this legacy that you're driving mean to you?
Well, it means everything. You know, I think, you know, we all dream as little girls to be Opals, and we got to do it for such a long time. And you know, it really, what's it really mean to be an Opal? I think it's very special, and but now it's about, you know, obviously representing the future generations as well, and you know, the alumni giving back to our current Opal squad. I think I want to build stronger connections because, you know, we can help each other, continue to, you know, to get better as a team.
And you are one of the busiest people in basketball, and you've just been announced as the new head coach of the WNBA, the Toronto Tempo. What are you excited about with this new journey?
Yeah, no, I think everything. You know, doing something totally different that I've done before. It's an expansion team, which means I have no players. But the opportunity to build from the ground up and build a strong foundation, and you know that includes culture. I'm very big on that. You're a part of the Opals. You know what it is to, you know what that means to be in this strong culture. But build a legacy in a, you know, a new city of Toronto. But you know, we're Canada's team, so we get to represent a whole country.
And are you scouting out here too for that?
Yeah, 100%. You know, obviously I've got my Opals hat on here, but yeah, always, you know, some great WNBA talent and players obviously in the cups of the WNBA, and hey, you never know, you know, you just got to get a foot in the door and, you know, give some players opportunities and they make the most of it.
Well, you're an amazing player, amazing teammate, amazing coach, and you're doing so much for women in basketball internationally, and I hope you have a great time back in Australia.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Laura Hodges and Sandy Brondello, great to hear from the Opals coach as we get this second half started in Adelaide. 52-46, Joel Peterson, Rachel Jarry and Damon Lowry with you. Rach, you played a long time for the Opals, went to 2 Olympics. When the national team coach was in the building, how did it affect your performance?
Oh, yeah, I remember I would have been a young player when Carrie Graff was the coach, but we would have to play against her when she was coaching Canberra. So it was a little bit different because I was nervous about lining up on Lauren Jackson, first of all, let alone playing in front of Graffy, who used to scare me a little bit, but then when I actually got to play with her, she's a legend. So that was a little bit nerve-wracking, and then when Brendan Joyce took over, we sort of didn't know what to expect, but always a few nerves when they're watching, that's for sure.
Keen to impress, and potentially for players like Steph Talbot, keen to impress from a WNBA perspective, and she is doing that. She's got 15 points in the game, and Adelaide, first bucket of this second half, gives them an 8-point break.
Nice two-lady action, dribble handoff, Sanaya Fagan and Steph Talbot. And Steph getting downhill is a major problem.
And Lily Rotuno throws that one away. Damon, you are the coach of a national team. When you go and watch players, that means you have to kind of be conscious to not put too much. Like, how do you manage that? Just sort of, you want them to know you're there, but you don't want them to think you're there all the time.
Yeah, you want to try to get them to be as comfortable as possible, but clearly everybody's trying to impress, and you don't ever want to sit in the stands and cheer and really, you know, it's kind of hard. You want to be neutral, but I'm such a fan of basketball. I just like seeing good play, and I often react to just good plays.
I can't imagine you seeing a game of anything and not reacting to it as Alex Sharp goes reverse and scoops that one home. I reckon you'd be out of your chair for a game of Scrabble. 6-point lead to Adelaide, 54-48. It's been good fun on a Friday night here in the city of Churches. Taylor Brazel from outside. Can't get that to go, and the rebound spills through the hands of Talbot. 16 for Fagan, 15 for Talbot, 11 for Mackenzie Holmes to lead Geelong. And that's a nice little step back from Jazz Shelley. Just keep ticking the scoreboard over. Geelong shooting at 51%, Adelaide at 58. When they met in round 2, Adelaide led in the early part of that game and then got absolutely eviscerated in the second half to lose by 34. Geelong could not miss. Talbot underneath, nice find, and Rabati misses the layup.
It's a shame. Talbot set that up so well. She saw she had the mismatch on Rotuno and got herself into a great position to make that pass.
Shelley at the other end, whips it outside, and Alex Sharp was exactly that. Nails the three-pointer, and it's back to a 1-point game to start the third.
And this is what Jazz Shelley does so well, right? She just creates havoc. You gotta take away her shot. She puts the ball on the floor, always got her head open, her eyes open, sorry, she just find an open player.
So 54-53, 7:58 remaining in the third. by 1. There's been entertaining stuff here on a Friday night to start round 6 in the Women's National Basketball League. Southside Sydney tomorrow, as well as Townsville and the University of Canberra Capitals. Bendigo and Perth down in Traralgon Sunday. And then Adelaide are back at home. So a tough weekend for them against Geelong and Townsville. They'd love to start that with a win.
That's a big weekend, and you definitely need to at least split those weekends, although they'll be looking for revenge against Townsville as well. But yeah, they just need to steady here and come out. They've struggled a little bit in their third quarters the last couple of rounds, so they'll be looking to make amends here.
In the midst of a 3-game homestand are the Lightning. Geelong's next 3 all on the road at Sydney and at Bendigo after this evening. Adelaide by 1, 54-53. Friday night hoops in the WNBL. Thanks for joining us, John Peterson, Damon Lowry, Rachel Jarry and Laura Hodges with you from the SA State Basketball Centre in Wavell as Lockridge skips inside to join Talbot and Fagan in double figures. So 3 Adelaide players in double figures and 3 for Geelong, who have got there as well in Shelley, Holmes and Sharp.
And both teams running this Spanish action, which a lot of, Jazz got called for carrying. Both teams running that Spanish action race, that pick and roll, try to back pick the big, and both guards are looking to get downhill. How do you go when the team is running the exact same thing that you run, and when you give up a bucket, the coach goes, but that's what we do.
You should be able to defend it. You defend it every day at training, but yeah, it is different when it's a different team doing it, and they've got different strengths and things they're looking for.
We've got a few occasions for both of these teams this evening. Fagan down low, battling with Holmes. Baseline, 4 on the shot clock, gives it up. Rabati coming through, spinning, firing. Can't hit, and it will stay with Adelaide and a new 14. Laura Hodges was listening in to Karen Mitchell at that last timeout. What did she have to say, Laura?
Well, she just reiterated that they're getting good looks, so they don't need to force anything more. She's happy with their offense, just focus on the finish. And defensively, she doesn't want anyone to get into foul trouble. So she's like, just carry a hand, no aggressive movements when someone's going for the basket.
Hey, Laura, you mentioned earlier that Sandy, of course, you spoke to Sandy Brondello and mentioned that players can get a little bit jittery when she's in the house. How did you handle that when national team coaches were on the other end and watching you playing?
I think once the game starts, you try and just put it out of your mind and just focus on the things that you can do. But I know before the game, it makes you that little bit nervous knowing that they're in the building.
Unflappable is our own Laura Hodges. She was across the course of her distinguished international career as Mackenzie Holmes gets to work inside again.
I just don't like your chances, Rach. If Mackenzie gets it that deep, she's so good spinning over her right shoulder, using both hands around the basket.
Yeah, unless you're, 6'10", you're not going to be able to really change that shot. So you've got to keep her out of the key.
Well, there's the game plan for Perth. And Chu is coming.
There's not many around to sign, so Perth have already got onto that one, haven't they?
Indeed they do. That's going to be very, very exciting. And a few little birdies around the place in Wavell this evening, thinking that Adelaide might have some reinforcements coming soon as well. Of course, Serena Sundell going down with that knee injury, so they've got the opportunity to bring in some support. Might be help on the way for the Lightning, so keep your eyes peeled for that over the next little while. Signing news today up in Townsville as well, with Shannon Seabom inking a 3-year contract extension with the Fire. Probably about the easiest decision Sam Pascoe's ever made. Holmes inside again, to the left this time. No good, but it stays with Adelaide. Offensive rebound number 7. They had 5 in that opening quarter. And Clinch Hoykard is called for a little bit of stepping.
Jazz Shelley 4 rebounds off of a double-double with a quarter and a half to go. When you talk about players that you just can't pigeonhole, you say, okay, what position is she? Is she a point guard? Probably not naturally, like she's a good combo guard, but is she a small forward as well? She just does so much.
Huge talent. 11 points. As Damon said, 6 rebounds. Talbot from outside. That's a rare wide miss from Steph Talbot. 58-55. Even with the air ball, still shooting it at 60% on the evening for her 17 points.
And when you're of her calibre, you're allowed to have a little bit of a heat check of one of those. And
frankly, allowed to do whatever you want.
Pretty much, yeah.
Shalley inside for Holmes. Those two are just building on that connection. Another bucket for Geelong, back to a one-point game. What a terrific contest this has been between these two teams. 34-point margin when they first met. And Sanaya Fagan is trying to build Adelaide a lead.
The jumper is smooth, the mid-range game. And there's some size out there on the floor, but she's just too skilled at putting the ball on the floor. It's hard to scout something like that.
60-57. Geelong back on the offensive end. It's a wild pass from Ratuno. Shelley kept it alive somehow. Lasered it back to Ratuno, who goes for the floater. And the moon ball will drop. Back the other way is Brazel, who was fouled. Taylor Brazel will step to the line, and on the Amy replay, Shelley keeps it alive. And then the float game is strong from Lily Ratuno.
That is tough to do over Fagan as well, and she's just been so efficient this season at finishing those shots, and she's just improving every game. And what a luxury that Geelong have her in such great form, so it gives them the opportunity to ease Shyla back in and not put too much pressure on her to perform straight away.
And a career night a couple of weeks ago against Perth. Brazel misses, they keep it alive. Talbot even missed the layup. You just put that down in the book most times for Steph Talbot. Another look at it here for Adelaide. Lockridge underneath. Fagan with the size mismatch on. Ratuno got it off to Strawbridge, who was able to get it home.
Great poise. She didn't force anything. Sanaya could have tried to make something happen with Lily Ratuno-Gardner. But players are moving off the ball, and she's happy to give assists as Jazz Shelley misses the midi.
Another off-balance one from Shelley. Lockridge flying up the floor. Talbot, Fagan, Lockridge, Strawbridge. Oof, there at the moment. No good there. Brazel as well for Adelaide. Ratuno, Shelley, Sharp, Clinch, Hoycard and Holmes for Geelong. 3 minutes to play in the third. Mackenzie Holmes from outside, a bit strong. Offensive rebound falls to Ratuno, number 9 in the game for Geelong. Another 14 for the Venom. Clinch, Hoycard with a ball.
We've seen this movie, haven't we, Rach? She can get hot from down there.
We have, and that's why you can't give up offensive rebounds. Every possession is so crucial, and then Clinch Hoycard comes out and hits that huge three in your face.
Making it a bit of an art form of those heaves with the shot clock winding down is Mackenzie Clinch Hoycard. Shooting it really well from outside this season. 48% to be the best on the Venom team. Tossed it inside that time, and Sharp couldn't connect down low. 1 point game, 2:15 remaining in the third. Talbot underneath. Beautiful find from Fagan.
This is your big. This is your point forward, point guard, 2 guard, small forward. She everything.
She wants to move to Toronto, I think.
She's got 18 points, 4 rebounds and 6 assists in the game. A couple of steals, doing a bit of everything. Shelley at the other end for Geelong. Clinch Hoycard, 5 on the clock, drops it off. Holmes underneath, good defense from Strawbridge and from Fagan. Holmes gets it back, can't hit. Steph Talbot's got 19 in the game. Even got time to slip over and get back up. Lightning by 3, minute and a half remaining in the third. Holmes with the takeaway. on Sharp.
I think everyone needed that. I think those subs that are trying to get in have been standing on the sideline for at least a couple of minutes. So those girls have been up and down. And I'm just trying to catch my breath after watching them do that.
So 65-62, Adelaide ahead with Alex Sharp at the line. It is official. The answer is headed to Perth, Damon. NBA legend, cultural icon Allen Iverson will be at Hoops Fest from January 15 to 18. 11-time NBA All-Star, 4-time scoring champion, MVP. He's going to be part of the action out west in January. Scan the QR code on screen. Get tickets and all the info that you need. As Alex Sharp clanks the second free throw. And we've got burgers. W Screens is the code word. Log on to the WNBL app. Head to your South Australian Hungry Jack store before 6 o'clock local time tomorrow.
What do we tell them, JP?
Tell them Alex sent you. 65-62.
Allen Iverson in Perth.
Allen Iverson in Perth.
AI himself, the cultural icon.
So good they named a cut after him. Minutes of play here in the third. Hoops Fest is going to be massive. Of course, great to have WNBL regular season action. 4 games at RAC Arena. In 2026, Heel, time winding down. Shelley's going to have to launch one here. Gives it up to Heel, who fires and was fouled. That's a costly one.
I was initially worried, thinking that Jazz Shelley gave Shyla the old hand grenade pass. Here, you take it.
You take the turnover.
Yeah, but Dallas Lockridge got her hands in there. Now Charlotte goes to the stripe. I'm going to go out on a limb, Rach. I'm going to say that Charlotte Hill will not shoot below 90% from the foul line this season.
Just had to make sure you didn't jinx her on the first one, but no, I'm with you there. That's a layup for her, really, isn't it?
The work that she puts into her shot. If anybody follows her on social media, she's a workaholic, such a good shooter, and teams will want to take advantage now before she gets fully fit.
So 10 points on the night for Heel, 2 of 4 from the field, but 5 of 5 at the free throw line to illustrate your point perfectly, Damon. And we are tied at 65. It was a 34-point margin when they met in round 2. Fijo from outside can't hit. Rebound will spill to her. Offensive rebounds are plenty here in this term. 19 between the two teams in the game. 5 on the shot clock. Fijo going to work, driving inside. Can't connect, keeps it alive again.
Shoot it. No. Calm down, one shot. You got time.
All hustle and heart from Jazz Fijo. Gets a screen, going to keep the ball in her hands. This time she tosses it away. Shelley right down the middle to beat the buzzer at 3/4 time. And hand Geelong a 2-point lead at the final change. This lead has been exchanged all throughout. It is a fantastic game on a Friday night. And Geelong head to the final break. Up by 2, 67-65. Stay with us. A cracking finish in Adelaide on the other side of this.
Guess I'd rather be on vacation. Guess I haven't got the education. I don't really have an explanation. So I found me a game to play.
need to leave the couch on a Friday night. It is a classic in Adelaide, 67-65. This lead has changed hands throughout the course of this contest. 2-point margin going to three-quarter time. And there's been big shots galore in this one. The Stars have come out to play. Steph Talbot leads all scorers with 19 points. Fagan's got 18 for the Lightning. Mackenzie Holmes has got 15 and 7 for Geelong. The Venom looking for a fourth win of the season to get to 500 on the campaign. And Adelaide looking for a third win of the year and a third win at home. Joel Peterson, Rachel Jarry, Damon Lowry and Laura Hodges with you for what should be an enthralling final term here at Wavell as Shelley tosses that one up off the backboard and gets it to go.
That was a big drive from Shelley there. Strong finish against Steph Talbot, if you don't mind.
Razzle's been good for the Lightning. 6 points to her name, and the over and back is called on Fagan.
And this game is so close, you feel like it's going to come down to just very small details. A little turnover like that, a missed offensive rebound, a missed free throw, those kinds of things are really going to matter as this game goes down to the stretch. It's
going to be a game of moments. Heel off to Holmes, spinning through, fouled. So a little bit of contact there from Mackenzie Holmes. Laura Hodges was listening to Chris Lucas at three-quarter time. Laura, what did the Geelong coach have to say?
Well, Chris Lucas had 3 really clear messages. He was happy that they won the quarter. That was their main thing coming out of halftime. But he wasn't quite happy with the execution in offense. He didn't think that they were quite finishing off plays. And he wants them to lift again this quarter in defense. He wants them to be aggressive, have ball pressure, and get stops.
Thanks, Laura. Mackenzie Holmes at the line. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. You saw a couple of steals in this one as well. A little bit of a grimace as she willed that one to fall.
She did a little side hop.
Had a couple of little struggles at the line earlier in the night as Talbot goes down the other end and is fouled. So for Karen Mitchell, 3 players and her 3 key players have all got 3 fouls. So there's, it has been something that she's had to manage throughout, Damon, but at the moment at least it's not too much of a problem for her. What do you think she would be looking for at the moment? Down by 6, 9 minutes to play, coming out of that three-quarter time huddle.
Well, you definitely can't turn the ball over, and you got to get back in defensive transition. You want to make Geelong play in the half court. And right now, if Geelong can get out and get their ball screens happening, Jazz Shelley's making things happen, they want to make this thing a bit of a slog, at least until they get the lead. And Adelaide now, again, jumping up the defense after a free throw.
Steph Talbot with 21 on the evening. Shelley all the way in. And again, Fagan comes across to spike it out of court.
There's 2 blocks for Sanaya. Good job without doing it without fouling. Has to stay on the floor.
First 20-point game of the season for Steph Talbot. Heel stepping back, long 2. Sharp kept it alive and had her foot on the baseline. Co-captains Alex Sharp along with Jazz Shelley of this Geelong team. 71-67. Lead has gone back and forth between these 2 teams all evening. Has been a great fun night of hoops here in the WNBL. Another turnover for Adelaide, which is what Damon Lowry said they need to limit here in this final term. Shelley to Potter, driving inside, off to Sharp. In the keyway, that won't fall. Can't pull it away from Talbot.
How many turnovers, not turnovers, how many steals is Jazz Shelley averaging? Good kick out by Steph.
Nearly 2.5 a game, so second in the league so far this season, Damon.
She just reads the play so well. Saw that offense, saw that pass coming.
2 will fall there for Shelley.
Jazzy doing a bit of everything. Steals, assists, 17 points, 6 boards, 4 dimes.
They're just starting to stretch their legs in this game. Brazel from outside. That's a big hit.
That is huge. You just felt like Adelaide needed a little lift there, and hopefully that gets this crowd back into this game.
3-point lead for Geelong. They go to Holmes, who's got 17 in the game, as does Shelley. Talbot leads all scorers with 21. So the stars are shining on this Friday night. Shelley with an absolute heave, and Heel pulls down the offensive rebound. Goes into battle with Fagan. Tangle on the floor. Jump ball. And we'll see which way possession arrow will have that going. Shyla Heel in her first game of basketball back in 5.5 months. Finding herself right in the cut and thrust of it.
Yeah, I feel like that first dive on the floor onto a ball is always good, just to get your confidence back in your body. So she's been, you know, playing a bit of a physical game tonight, so I'm sure she'll be feeling like she's back into the league.
She really gets her legs under her. She's going to be absolutely fantastic to watch. No doubt about that. Adelaide on the offensive end. They can draw it back. Perhaps even tie it up on this possession. Lockridge all the way through. Continues to impress.
Dallas like that matchup when they switch that ball screen, have Mackenzie clinch Hoy card on her. She says, no. You are now on Dallas Island. Let me make you pay.
Shelley, Ratuno, Holmes, Sharp. Clinch Hoycard, the 5 for Geelong on the offensive end. Shelley, free throw line jumper. Oh, it falls! The circus finish from Jazz Shelley off the top of the backboard.
That's S and E in horse, Joe.
Yeah, when it's your night, it's your night. Between she and Shyla Heel, we've seen some tricks this evening. Offensive foul on Adelaide. And have a look at this for the trick shot from Jazz Shelley. Amy replay gives us that.
I do not know what that feels like.
That's straight off the playground down in Maui, I reckon, Damon.
How do you feel, Rachel, when you're the home team and the away team starts to get those kind of shots to fall? You start to think, wait a minute, are we doomed? Is this destiny of some weird kind?
It does start to feel like everything sort of starts to go against you, but you know, they did hit a bank 3 before earlier in the game, so still their home court.
75-72, Rachel Jarry, Damon Lowry in expert commentary this evening. Laura Hodges is courtside. Sharp for 3 for Geelong. That one's strong. Brazel, Fagan, Lockridge, Rabati and Strawbridge out there for Karen Mitchell and Adelaide. So no Steph Talbot at this critical juncture in the ball game. What can they get through here on the offensive end? Oh, Shelley takes it away again.
Steal number 4, is that? Oh, Jazz.
And for 3. That would have really been something if Shelley had have been able to hit that one. Multiple steals. She had 6 against Perth a couple of weeks ago. Lockridge stepping back. Rebound falls to Sharp. Just past halfway in this final term. Geelong trying to get to 500 on the season. Adelaide looking for their 3rd win of the campaign. Barty keeps it alive.
In the subs of their race, but they can't get a dead ball to get everybody in.
It's been the story of the night, the pace and the tempo this game's been played at. And Strawbridge cans a big triple and brings the Adelaide crowd to its feet. Ties us up at 75.
And we were looking for that other scorer, Rachel, you were saying earlier.
Absolutely.
Saying Taylor Brazel, but now another, Ashley has stepped up.
Yeah, she's hit a couple big 3s tonight, and great to see, and great find by Dallas there in the corner. Through 2 defenders, falling down, still found her open player.
Hadn't had a lot of opportunities shooting the ball before tonight. There's Strawbridge. She only made the 1 3 so far on the season. She was 1 of 3 coming into tonight from downtown, scoring less than a point a game. And she's got 8 in her 11 minutes this evening, so a significant contribution from the Kiwi.
Yeah, she's letting Karen Mitchell know that you can turn to me whenever you're ready. And there's 2 shooting percentages, Joel. It's the clutch. The one is the one once we get under 5 minutes.
Yep. Well, the woman from Ashburton over in New Zealand is coming up big at the moment. And she's going to stay out there. Here's Ash Strawbridge. Why not, the way she's playing right now? 75 apiece, 4:38 left. As we kick off round 6 in this WNBL season. Doubleheader tomorrow, Southside Sydney, Townsville, Canberra. Bendigo and Perth on Sunday. Big milestone day for Kelsey Griffin and Mariana Tolo in that one. And then Adelaide and Townsville back here on Tuesday to close out the round. Shelley stepping through, no good. Rebound landed in her lap, and she gives it off to Mackenzie Holmes, who gets up to 19 points.
Way to stay with the play, Jazz Shelley. Gets her own rebound and then drops a nice little cheeky dime. Speaking of cheeky dimes, Ella Tofiano hooks up Steph Talbot. Can we get some free basketball? You get some overtime vibes right here?
Manifesting it, let's go.
I like that. I like the sound of that. 23 for Talbot in the game now. Best performance of her season. Right when they've needed it. Clinch Hoykard looking for Potter. They can't connect. It was touched by Talbot. She and Karen Mitchell maybe not agreeing with that. You can see Karen Mitchell had the head in the hand straight away on the sideline. Ratuno comes out and Heel comes back in here.
If she's on minutes, those so-called things when you don't have to play a lot of them, she wants the most important ones. It's Jazz Shelley from the corner.
22 for Jazz Shelley. She had 25 when they met earlier in the season. Talbot trying to answer back. Lockridge the rebound. What a game this has been.
Good pass.
Talbot tosses it inside. Potter's called for the foul. (80-77) with 3 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Here's the replay again. A nice find inside from Steph Talbot.
Yeah, great ball movement from all of them, just to recognise that Geelong had switched the on-ball and Tofiano had that mismatch inside.
Download the WNBL app, live scores, exclusive access, video content, and more. Scan the QR code on screen or jump into your app store, Google Play, and it's the best way to stay across this WNBL season. Here's the WNBL app. It'll just keep ticking over when we get a high-scoring game like this, that is for sure. 80-78, just over 3 minutes remaining. Joel Peterson, Rachel Jarry, Damon Lowry, and Laura Hodges with you in commentary. Shelley hits the floor. Potter, Sharp, Holmes, Shelley and Heel out there at the moment for Geelong. Some reinforcements coming in here for Adelaide.
Yeah, I was wondering when Sinai was going to get back in there, Rach. I'm thinking, hang on a minute, it's 3 minutes to go.
Get her in. Clutch time.
Lockridge, Talbot, Fagan, Strawbridge and Brazel. The 5 to try and space the floor for Adelaide. Heel whips it to the corner. Shelley dribbled it off her boot and kicked it away. It's a rare mistake for Jazz Shelley tonight. 11th turnover for Geelong. Adelaide have had 14. 22 points for Shelley. She has been terrific. Nice find. Fagan to Talbot. That connection has been gold this evening.
25, 7 and 5 for Steph. Moving out the ball, and once again, we see Sinai Fagan showing off her passing skills.
7 assists now for Fagan. A rebound here. Lockridge driving through, saw some contact. Potter was running the intervention and it's gone out of play. There'll be a Baseline ball here for Adelaide. 27-24 at quarter time. The Lightning scored 25 points in that second quarter to lead by 6 at the half. Geelong scored 21 in the third to lead by 2 with a quarter to play, and we are tied at 80 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Talbot keeps it alive somehow. Lockridge looking for Fagan. Gets to her left and scores! And Chris Lucas doesn't like the look of that. Fagan joins Talbot in the 20-point club. And Adelaide lead by 2 with just over 2 minutes to play.
And Adelaide have just done an amazing job this quarter exploiting those switches that Geelong are doing. They're getting that mismatch down low. They're being patient, finding the right pass, the right angle, and then the big girls just going to work.
Hardly ever. Mackenzie Holmes and Sanaya Fagan, when they get that close to the basket, if you don't send a double, if you send it, you got to get there quick, Race, because they're just too efficient around the basket. Coming out of this timeout, what do you go to, Rachel? You're Geelong.
I'm getting out of this switching defense. I'm going back to some hard shows, pressure, trying to get Adelaide to turn the ball over like they have been earlier in the game. And then just going back to what's working in offense. Mackenzie Holmes, Judge Shelley.
The leaders exchanged hands multiple times throughout the course of the evening. It has been such a fun ball game on a Friday night. 82-80 out of the timeout, 2:07 remaining. Chris Lucas called for that timeout. Laura, what did he have to say?
He just said that they're okay. They've got this. They just need to execute, go for every rebound and look after the possession.
Adelaide have led by as many as 8 in the ball game. Geelong by as many as 6. Teal through the middle, scoops that one home to tie us up again.
Nice right hand, right foot scoop for the tie.
We've been
and the steal, JP.
Tied or had a lead change 31 times tonight. The lead has swung 13 times throughout the course of the evening. We are tied at 82 here. Minute and a half to play. Geelong trying to move to 4-4. Adelaide trying to get to 3-4 on the season. Only game Geelong have got in this round. Adelaide have got Townsville still to come here on Tuesday. What a treat we've had on this Friday night in Adelaide. 82 apiece. Holmes, Heel, Potter, Sharp, Shelley. The 5 for Chris Lucas. Potter thought about it, drives inside, drops it off to Holmes, who had to go between the legs, and he's called for 3 seconds.
Shoot that, Jimmer! That was a good offensive set. Yeah, if she could have that one back, she definitely would have put up the floater. Now they got to get a stop up this end. Still a few possessions left for each team.
Lockridge, Talbot, Fagan, Strawbridge, Brazel. Here's the 5 for Adelaide. Minute to play. Tied at 82. Brazel straight down Goodwood Road, but can't finish. And Heel will come back the other way for Geelong. Sharp turns the corner. Blocked again by Fagan with an outstanding defensive play. She has been a wall in there.
With the left-hand block, avoided the foul and keeps possession.
She's really animated this game from Adelaide's perspective. And another timeout, 43 seconds remaining. 22 last time out for Sanaya Fagan. 20 points, 7 rebounds so far this evening. The stat line is one of rare proportions. 20 on 7 of 11 shooting, 3 of 4 at the line, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks.
Good grief.
7 assists from your centre, that is crazy.
It is impressive stuff. Talbot's had 25, 7 and 5 so far in the game. Holmes has got 19, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. Jazz Shalley has 22, 7 rebounds, 5 assists and 3 steals. The counting numbers are strong tonight, people. It is going to be a box score that is positively exploding with numerals.
Sanaya's got to get a touch in this possession right here, Rach.
Absolutely.
I don't care where on the floor, as long as it's in our hands, let her make a decision.
Lockridge to inbound. Tied at 42, or tied at 82, 42 seconds remaining. Fagan hits the deck inside. Talbot goes to work on Shalley. Had it poked loose. Jazz Shalley with a critical hand, but it'll stay with Adelaide. The tension is palpable between these two teams. It's been a back and forth, high quality affair all evening.
Not a whole lot of time to make a decision. 3.8, you got a couple of dribbles if you want them.
They've seen these late game situations so many times this season already. Geelong, Lockridge off the feed, gets it to go. Gemma Potter down, and doesn't look to be in a good way. Adelaide score the bucket. 84-82, 31 seconds, and there's some real distress here for Gemma Potter.
Oh, that's just...
Which is a crushing scene.
Oh, no. I wouldn't recommend watching that if you don't like seeing injuries, but that is just awful to see.
84-82. It will go back with Geelong, and you could see not only the distress on Gemma Potter was evident, but her teammates both on the floor and on the bench as well. The medicos called for time straight away. And as someone who's had such a torrid run with injuries over the course of her career, you can only hope that it's not too bad for Gemma Potter. It was a significantly awkward fall. She missed significant time over the course of her career. Has just found her way back to being healthy in the last couple of seasons, playing some good basketball. And gee, you want to know what it means to those Geelong Venom players?
Yeah, it's really hard to watch those scenes, and you can just tell how close they are as a team. And it's hard.
That is heartbreaking.
Yeah, and it's it's such a crucial time in the game, and for something like that to happen, it really just takes all the air out of the stadium. And hopefully these girls can just rally for this last possession. But
we saw a similar thing right here in Adelaide with Serena Sundell late in the game, exact same end of the floor.
Gemma Potter being assisted off the floor. There is some support there for her, and all you can do is hope that that is not the worst case scenario for Gemma Potter. 84-82. What has been a terrific game. Medical timeout. Let's check in with Laura, who was behind that Geelong huddle. Laura, I mean, these are emotional scenes when this kind of thing happens in a ball game. Take us through what you observed there.
They really are, and all the Geelong players are trying to fight back their tears right now. You can just show how close this group has got in the last few months that they've been together. But Chris Lucas is like, we've got this. But I could certainly see there was tears in his eyes right now too. So the emotion's strong.
Indeed it is. They are still a chance to win this ball game. Can they pull things together in the face of adversity, this Geelong Venom team? Shyla Hill all the way inside. And when one soldier goes down, another steps up. it is a very welcome return to WNBL action for Shyla Hill. 14 on the evening, none more important than those two.
She's got the clutch gene, and her ball screen work has always been good. It's only going to get better the fitter she gets. But Rach is basically one possession left. You're the coach, Rach. What do you want to see?
Well, taking my coach's hat off, I want to see overtime, but putting it back on, no, we're getting it on ball with Dallas and Fagan, I think, and then getting Steph Talbot on the rise so that she's the passer out of it and seeing what comes of that. That's what's worked for them so well this quarter, and that's what I'd be going back to.
So both teams out of timeouts now. 26.1 to play. So it is time to roll the ball out there. Scores tied. And see who can execute in this critical stage.
Both teams with a foul to give. Geelong, you just want to play straight up defense.
$84 apiece, 26 seconds remaining. Adelaide will take it out of the back court. And overtime is still very much a live possibility. 2 and 4 the Lightning, 3 and 4 the Venom. They have won their past 2 Geelong. They've had a 1-point game against Perth. The Lightning have played a couple of thrillers so far this season. And this Adelaide crowd is on its feet late in the game. Dallas Lockridge setting things up. 2-second difference shot to game clock. Gets inside, drops it off to Fagan. Holmes steals it. There is time here for Geelong. Hill from near mid-court. It almost falls. And on a Friday night in Geelong, we have got free basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Overtime is headed your way at 84 apiece.
Wow, when you called it, Rach, you called for a ball screen with Dallas and Sanaya, but the pass was just off.
Just a little off, and I thought she also had Talbot there on the three-point line open as well, but it was the right play, it just didn't quite come off. And then the way this game's gone, I almost half expected that to go down from Shyla just then. So, but overtime, we love it.
It's been a wild evening, and we get to overtime. Great to have you with us. Friday Night Hoops in the WNBL, 84 apiece. And for all that Geelong has been through in the last 5 minutes, seeing Gemma Potter go down with injury, having to regain their composure. And Mackenzie Holmes, who was visibly shaken in those moments, to come up with the play that kept them in the ball game there is really significant.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, it's tough in these situations, but once you step on the floor, you're just playing each possession and you're not thinking about that, what's just happened. But, you know, that's the beauty of women's sport, is you see that emotion, that raw emotion on their faces, and you just see how close these girls are. So, you know, it's beautiful to see in a sense, but they'll come together now and they'll play this overtime period super hard, and they'll do it for Gemma.
So 84 apiece. Some people in life don't like snakes, Rach. Some people in life don't like spiders. Damon Lowry doesn't like minutes restrictions, and if there was any sense of one for Shyla Hill, Damon, with the overtime period, that is out the window.
Hate minute restrictions with a passion. You know what I stand. I think it's a blight on society. Shyla Hill has proven that she can be out there in the crunch time. She's a gamer. I mean, what hasn't she done in her young basketball career? She's prepared for these kind of moments. And her and Jazz shut in that backcourt, and that is going to be lethal moving forward as this season goes on.
In the early part of the year, it's been how can they support Shelley and Holmes? Well, adding Shyla Hill in the mix is a very good way to do it. Of course, Alyssa Pearley still to come back in, a number of weeks away. And the overtime period begins, tied at 84. It was Adelaide by 3 at quarter time, by 6 at half-time. Geelong by 2 at three-quarter time. They can't be split in regulation. And Steph Talbot gets the steal to open it up for Adelaide in the extra period. Brazel got the shot fake. Fagan keeps it alive. Now a chance for Lockridge. All the way through the defence. 17 for Dallas.
Wow. What a move that one was.
Physical at the other end as Talbot goes crashing into Sharp, who can't believe she didn't get the call. And the foul is called on the Venom, so it'll be an Adelaide ball.
It is all about just guarding your yard one-on-one. Both teams are looking to spread the floor, set ball screens. That's why Steph Talbot was one of the most best defenders in the world.
And can get it done at the other end as well.
One of the best two-way players in the world.
27 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. It has been a masterclass from Steph Talbot this evening. Almost the steal for Rabati there as Clinch Hoykard tried to evade her, but it'll fall favourably for the Venom.
Kinsey needs a touch, preferably inside, around the elbow area, because that's where she's at her best.
Get it right up top here, and little dribble handoff with Heel. Now they get it to Holmes down low, battling with Fagan, who taps it loose and got some hand on the way. 4th foul on Sanaya Fagan to go with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks.
A good recognition race by Charlotte Hill. McKenzie had a great seal, ball went straight inside.
Yeah, absolutely. And she does that smart high bounce pass, which I love as well. If you can't quite get that lob in there, it's going to get stolen. So that bounce pass, it's really hard for anyone to come across and get it.
Holmes with 2 at the line. Didn't have to do the little hop to get those 2 home. She's got 21 in the game, living dangerously, but Talbot gets it to go. And a timeout for Chris Lucas. Steph Talbot has 29. And Adelaide has a 4-point lead with 3.5 to play.
Not quite sure what Alex Sharp is doing. She's getting lost on that back cut. Not even a screen in that particular play. You want to make them catch it in front of you right now and just have to just back yourself to guard your yard. No easy ones.
It's only the 1 timeout in the extra period as well, so Chris Lucas is using that, is using that here. Adelaide up by 4. 86 Geelong, 90 to Adelaide. It's been a great way to start round 6. Could be in for something very nice indeed, Rach, if the rest of the games follow this pattern.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we love to see those close games in overtime. I think this is the first one of the season, I believe, and more basketball is always better, I say.
Yeah, I have been just quickly sort of flicking through the record. I'm pretty sure it is the first overtime game of the year. Just happy to be corrected if that is not the case. 90 to 86. 3.5 to play here. Geelong down by 4. What's Chris Lucas looking for here, Laura Hodges?
He doesn't want them to fight the pressure. He wants them to go with it and be able to move the ball. But he would not be happy with that turnover from Taylor Brazel.
A little bit of razzle-dazzle from Taylor Brazel. The steal and the score. And a 6-point lead now for Adelaide. Shelley, no good. And everything needs to go right for Geelong. That'll help. Holmes will pull it down. No foul from Talbot. It'll stay with the team in blue.
This ain't the time to lose your poise. Don't need any real quick shots. Good job by Jazz Shelley getting that steal, keeping possession. They still want to be able to execute down here.
Joel Peterson, Rachel Jarry, Damon Lowry, and Laura Hodges with you Friday night in the WNBL. Shelley back to that runner. It is a trusty move for the Gippsland product. 92-88. Shelley's got 24, one away from a season high. which of course came against Adelaide. Talbot looking for a 30-piece. That one's short. Holmes to Sharp, to Shelley, fires, no hesitation, and Geelong keep it alive through Sharp. 4-point game. Alex Sharp from the corner makes it a 1-point margin.
Good kick out by Mackenzie Holmes, some inside-out action.
Who knows? Double OT could be on the cards. Talbot leaves it short and wide. Offensive rebound for Rabati. 12 in the game for Adelaide. 14 on the offensive glass for Geelong. Dallas Lockridge skipping through the defence. Can't finish, but Reagan can. What a contest. What a ride this has been. The highest scoring game of the season. Holmes can't add 2 more. Adelaide by 3 with 1.5 minutes to play. Talbot, Rabati, Fagan, Lockridge and Brazel out there for Adelaide. Shelley, Sharp, Clinch, Hoykart, Heel and Holmes for Geelong. 5 on the shot clock. Talbot looking for 30 and getting 30. Foul. Bucket counts. 1 to come for Steph Talbot, who's got 31, 9 and 5 assists with the bonus to come.
Steph hit her with the turnaround fade. Catch this fade, she said.
She has just been living in that key of those cuts.
And it is just a reminder how lucky we are to have someone like Steph Talbot in our competition. With all of her international experience, she keeps coming back to Adelaide and delivering masterful performances like this. And quietly, Sanaya Fagan has got 11 assists, 22 and 11 for their centre.
Is she a center, though?
That is Nikola Jokic sort of numbers.
Sandy might need that duo over in Toronto, I think, Fagan and Talbot.
Yeah, that'll raise the tempo.
Making a good case, making a very good case. 4-point game as Heel knocks down 2 free throws. Under 1 minute to play. What have Geelong got? Can they orchestrate something remarkable and win it or send it to a second overtime period? Shelley with another steal. She's been dominant in that area tonight. She misses the layup. 5 steals for Jazz Shelley, and her head in her hands at mid-court after she clanked the layup and gives the ball back to the Lightning.
And Alex Sharp just fouled out. That could have cut it to 2.
We said it would be the, the little things, the moments that would decide this game, and unfortunately for Shelley, that's sort of one of them after she's had such a stellar performance.
Unbelievable. 24, 7 rebounds, 6 assists and 5 steals. Absurd numbers tonight. Lockridge up to 19. 6-point game. Geelong need a miracle now. Heel all the way in. Terrific defense from Brazel. Fagan tosses it away just to keep the door unlocked. It might not be an open door, but it is an unlocked door. They've got the key in their hands, Adelaide. They can throw it away. Shelley from outside. Ratuno getting upstairs. Holmes, no on the putback. And Adelaide take it to the extra period and salute it home for the 3rd time this season. An early Game of the Year contender in the WNBL. We go all the way to overtime, and Adelaide go all the way to victory. 99-93 over Geelong in what was a spectacular contest.
Oh my goodness, they were just so great to watch. Both teams played absolutely brilliantly. We saw some amazing individual performances as well as brilliant team play, and what a game. Hats off to these ladies. They absolutely put on a show for us tonight.
And again, thoughts drawn to Gemma Potter, who went down with what looked like a knee injury late in the piece, and we hope absolutely the best for her and for the Venom. They were clearly rattled in that moment. They pulled themselves together to get it to the extra period. And Adelaide just had a little bit too much firepower. They win 99-93 behind one of the better performances in one of the greats of our competition. Steph Talbot put on a clinic tonight, 32 points, and she is with Laura Hodges.
Well, Steph, what a game. 32 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. You were everywhere. How do you feel?
Yeah, it feels good. It's funny enough, I'm still a little bit annoyed with myself for a few of those turnovers at the end, but I'm really proud of the girls. We came out on Tuesday and we didn't play the way that we wanted to play, and they bounced back really well tonight. I'm so proud of them.
And Sandy Brondello's in the building. You've put on a show for her. Was that the little edge you needed?
I don't know. I think we've had a tough week, and I just felt I was going to come out and be a little bit selfish tonight to help my team, and that's kind of what I did.
Well, I think we love you being selfish, and I did say before the game that you needed to shoot the ball more, and you did that. But can you find out what Sanaya Fagan's mum has cooked for her as well, and then give it to the whole team? Because having her has really been the edge for you as well.
She is so talented. She's 22. And she's still finding her way a little bit, first year out of college, but oh my God, she blows me away with what she can do on the court.
And you don't smile too often. You've got this poker face, but tonight I saw you smiling a lot. You must have really, really enjoyed that.
It was fun. I think we were really playing together. We were playing a team style of basketball, and it's fun to be a part of when we play like that.
Well, awesome game. Good luck on Tuesday against Townsville. That's going to be a real tough one, but I hope you get some rest, and good luck next week.
Thank you. Thanks, Lord.
Might need it after a 32-point performance tonight. What a game that was. 99-93, our final score. It was absolutely outstanding throughout the course of the contest. The lead never got out of hand for either team. We went all the way to overtime, and it was Adelaide who come out on top behind Steph Talbot. 99-93. Still plenty more to come. Player of the game, Steph Talbot, 32 points, 9 rebounds and 5 assists. And right from the outset, really, Rach, she looked like she was ready to go and in a really aggressive mindset.
Yeah, we saw her in that attack mode early, and I love to hear her say she came in deciding to be a bit more selfish tonight, and that's what happened. So that's kind of scary for the league if she decides to be selfish for the rest of the season.
Scoring 30, they got beat by 34 by Townsville Fire. She came out, they was embarrassed. We had to make a stand, and she came out and led from the front. Did everything on both ends of the floor, thoroughly deserved win.
Yep, richly deserved for the Lightning tonight. 99-93, they get it done. Rachel Jarry and Damon Lowry to break it all down on the other side of this. Friday night special in Adelaide. 99-93 in overtime. The Adelaide Lightning get it done over the Geelong Venom. Their third win of the season drops Geelong to 3-5 and firmly back in the pack of this season. Plenty of highlights. We went the extra period. Rachel Jarry, Damon Lowry, Steph Talbot, 32 points. The numbers were pretty all throughout the night, and there were a couple of critical moments late, but Adelaide did enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at that, and both teams really have impressive stat lines there. And, you know, it was just Adelaide were able to get it done in those final moments and make a few big plays right at the end, and they executed really well all game.
And we spoke about it throughout, Damon. Some of the individual performances in this game were remarkable in terms of blocks, steals, points, rebounds, assists. Sanaya Fagan with the career-high 11 assists to go with her 20-plus points. Steph Talbot, 32. Jazz Shalley had 5 steals. There was just action everywhere you looked.
The talent in this league is incredible, and the stars came out to play tonight. Mackenzie Holmes being one of them, just so cagey around the basket. We've been singing her praises all season, as well as Jazz Shelley, who just does so many little things. She just literally fills the stat sheet in almost every single category. And somebody was always going to be stiff to lose. Adelaide playing at home are a little bit of a different monster. They're never out of a game. The crowd gets right behind them, and they just come up with making big plays. And that's Sanaya Fagan. I don't know what else to say. She's special.
Yep, that's a real ceiling-raising performance from her. Dallas Lockridge again outstanding with 19 points, but 22 and 11 from Sanaya Fagan. Steph Talbot has 32, 9 and 5. And they really led the charge. You could see it from minute one, but then they did get some other performances. Ash Strawbridge coming in and hitting a couple of big threes. Taylor Brazel as well, Rach. They got it from everywhere, and that win gets Adelaide up into the top 4.
Yeah, and they're going to need that from the rest of their team all season, just to be able to step up and take the load off their stars. But yeah, man, that ladder is getting super close, fighting for that third and fourth position.
Yeah, the Bunnings Warehouse ladder is very, very busy indeed. That is going to be a big watch over the next little while. Of course, this the first game in round 6. So kicking things off in this round of WNBL action, there is still plenty more to come. Tomorrow, the Southside Melbourne Flyers and the Sydney Flames before the Townsville Fire take on the University of Canberra Capitals. Sunday, the Bendigo Spirit, KG's 250th, as well as Mariana Tolo take on the Perth Lynx. And then Adelaide back at home against Townsville, and at least they'll take plenty of confidence into that one.
And they'll need a lot of confidence because Townsville, as we know, are playing some really good basketball right now, but on any given night, any team can step up. There are no easy wins. Some results might go different ways that's unexpected, but if you show up with the wrong attitude, you can leave with an L.
Very, very true indeed. Well, what a performance we were treated to tonight by both of these teams. 99-93. Adelaide over Geelong in overtime. Hope you enjoyed it with us. Thanks to Rachel Jarry, to Damon Lowry, to Laura Hodges and all of our crew behind the scenes. Plenty more WNBL action coming your way across the course of the weekend. Adelaide started with a win.